Hi there, welcome back to Build-A-Stitch. I'm going to set up another set of smaller, narrower fern stitches. That's the word I'm looking for. Man, I always am like, every time I start these videos, I'm like, what am I doing? Anyway, so fern stitches, some narrow ones, and then we're going to do a little bit more embellishing with the lazy daisies. We're going to give the flowers some centers. So where am I at the camera? There we go. That was way out. Finally put a tape marker down on my table so that I know where I should be. Doesn't mean I'm always there, but I think it's helping. Not quite so many completely crazy off the video moments. Okay, one more row of fern stitches. Okay, there we go. Got our fern stitches there. Nope, slightly off. There we go. And now we're going to add a few two lazy daisy flowers onto this. So it's a little trickier to do because these are narrower, but that's okay. We kind of want to see what they look like when we do two. And two gives us the opportunity to add a little bit to the flowers. So I don't want them to be very big because the fern stitches aren't very big. Okay, there's one there. And if I can get the needle to go through, there we go. Another one here, and these are really small, like about 1/8 of an inch or so. So that one got pulled too much. Darn it. I hit the knot behind it, and that one got pulled because it was a really nice little lazy daisy. Let's see what I can do here to fix that. Sometimes I like to use the back of the needle instead of the pointed end of the needle to try to fix things like this. There we go. That's better. Got it. Sometimes I'm not successful with that, but that time it worked. Okay, so there's two. I'm going to do a couple more right here on this side. So these really, like, you need space, like even every other might not be far enough apart when they're narrower like this. Okay, there's one side. Then I'm going to hop over here. Hitting a knot again. That was where I knotted. There we go. So when you hit the knots, what I've found is you go at an angle. And then you can usually get right past them. If you go at that angle, it just helps you slide right past them. Go. The one thing I'm noticing about this compared to the others is that it's really hard to get these flowers kind of pointing up, just because the stems are so close together and they're kind of pointing out. So I've been trying to get them pointing up a little bit more and haven't succeeded yet. Let's try it with this one. Or you end up hitting the one above it. That's what I've been avoiding, but that's okay. Because, vines are messy. Branches go all over. So it's okay if your piece does that too. There we go. Okay, so there are a few flowers there. Now, let's add some little stamen to them. So I've got some yellow here. And I'm using the number 12 pearl cotton instead of the number 8. For this, it's really important because you want these to be smaller. So, okay, so for this, I'm going to do the long lazy daisies. I haven't done them in a really long time, but for the long lazy daisies, you basically take it, you wrap it just like a normal lazy daisy, but then you pull it up to where you want the top of it to be, and that's where your knot's going to end up. And it gives you kind of a little stem like that. Now, in hindsight, like I can get this to go behind these other stitches, but it's not easy. So in hindsight, I guess I should have done these first and then put the others on, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it like that because this is a test piece and it's kind of a note to self kind of a situation there. And so I'm going to try something a little different with this one. And again, I'm hitting the knot. For this one, I'm going to try just kind of going underneath here. Underneath these other stitches, you can probably see that a little bit. I'm going to just pull it out here. That way it's actually kind of buried underneath there. There we go, that worked. And then pop that up. Like that. It's coming up out of those. I actually think I like this one better. I like how it splits that flower. It's kind of cool looking. Let's see what this one is going to do. Yeah. I don't know which one I like better. Maybe the one I went under with. There we go. So, if I were to do this again, I would probably put those through first. Yeah, I'd put these on first for sure. And then add the others around it. But it works. Like, I'm making it work. There we go. Okay, let's tie that off and take a good look. There we go. Our flowers with stamen. It really adds a nice little dimension to it compared to these others that don't have them. And you could put them in these threes too. You could put them in between there. But a fun little addition there just to give them a little bit more character. So I'm going to stop there for today. Have a fantastic rest of your day.